Now, if there's one Christmas story which has absolutely crushed the souls of more British children than any other, it's The Snowman by Raymond Briggs, first published in 1978. It depicts the story of a child who makes a snowman and then the snowman snuffs it, leaving the child sad and alone. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this year. Thankfully, in 2001, Fast Track Publishing would release an interactive PC CD-ROM version so that children could relive those night terrors all over again. Let's take a look! The Snowman by Raymond Briggs, with an included beanie toy snowman as if to illustrate that point. The artwork depicted here will be incredibly familiar to most of us, UK based or not, as The Snowman was exported to many other countries in both book and film form. And it's the film most of us will remember. Raymond Briggs, born in 1934, had created various illustrated children's books with this classic style, and perhaps the precursor to this, Father Christmas, was released in 1973. But it was a brand new and fresh Channel 4 gracing British TV who really brought both Briggs's Father Christmas and The Snowman to our attention.
I remember that winter because it brought the heaviest snow that I had ever seen.
First airing on the 26th of December 1982 with an introduction by Briggs, it was exported to America the next year, where David Bowie instead took over introductory duties. But perhaps the most memorable part of the hand-drawn pencil animation is this scene.
We're walking in the air.
Ah yes, Peter Orty, the choir boys singing the original rendition of Walking in the Air. The animated version also features various scenes not included in the book, including Father Christmas, but as a matter of course all versions include that horrendous vision of a melted, dead snowman, and the boy holding a scarf from his adventure, leaving the question, was it actually not a dream? Was it real? Or did the boy have that scarf in his pocket regardless? Maybe this interactive CD could be regarded as therapy for adults trying to deal with these childhood traumatic memories. It certainly looks fun, and we even get to build our own snowman. Oh god, what if he melts as well? We've got a little Snow Labs logo in the bottom corner, and a quick look on creaturelabs.com on archive.org reveals they also made a virtual sea monkeys experience. Wild stuff. Spec-wise, we need a 486 CPU, Windows 3.1, 4MB of RAM, and a multimedia PC. Inside the box we find this squishy, stretchy, beanie version of the Snowman. At least this one will never melt and abandon us. There's also a dual case sized instruction manual, a registration card, and the CD-ROM itself. Let's see what it has in store for us. Auto-running directly from Windows, we are instantly thrust into a wonderful MIDI rendition of Walking in the Air. Ah, beautiful. Those twangy synthesized sounds never fail to cast me back to a previous decade, a previous era. Clicking on, we are presented with 5 menu options.
Read the story, watch the film, choose a page, go to the information page. Goodbye!
Which feels like a good place to thank Squarespace, not just for sponsoring this segment, but for their sponsorship throughout the year. With the new year coming, you might decide that now is the time to create that website you've been thinking about. And if so, why not use Squarespace? It's definitely cheaper than a web agency, it's easier, and it offers all the tools you need to make your website work with all modern devices. Get 10% off your first website or custom domain by following the link in the description.
Go to the information page.
So the information page is just that, information. Choose a page allows you to skip to chapters in the story. Watch the film plays the film in glorious AVI quality, including the ending. But it's the story where the bulk of the CD resides. As it stands, you can just skip through and read an abridged version of the story.
It was snowing when James woke up. He quickly pulled on his clothes. James ran around the garden, scrunching through the snow.
If you're feeling adventurous, you can watch the part of the film which ties in with your page. Look, here's James building his snowman. Here he is, having so much fun and joy with him. And here he is dead. Again and again and again. Playing over and over in your mind all throughout Christmas Day and in your dreams for years and years, so you're too scared to ever build a snowman for yourself ever again. All of this is in 320 by 240 AVI glory, and if you've forgotten what resolution that is, well, here it is playing on a 4K desktop. In fact, this entire CD can run under Windows 10, and here's what that looks like on a 4K desktop. I love how the tiled surrounding pattern still takes up the entire screen. Anyway, back to an appropriate era, and the main features of this interactive adventure. The first interactive scene is dressing James.
Can you help James to get dressed?
Famously, in the film, he doesn't bother putting pants on.
Because there wasn't enough time in the scene, you know. I was given this scene and he had to put his clothes on, and all I could do was have enough time to put his trousers on, so that's always caused a lot of puzzlement amongst kids, because it's very important to have your pants on.
But here he is, standing proud as balls in a pair of white Y-fronts. How you dress him is up to you. Nothing happens once you've dressed him. It's like playing with a virtual seasonal Barbie, but it would probably keep a 7-year-old amused. Then we have dot to dot in the snow. Moles pop up and we have to walk between them, creating a picture. You can also draw your own if you want to create something truly festive. Fortunately, it's not how you might traditionally draw a picture in the snow, you dirty sod.
Give the snowman a face.
Here's where we get to create our own snowman. Just like James. But unlike James, you can create something original, something creative, or something truly horrifying. The choice is yours. I mean, this would have made a much better snowman in the film because you wouldn't mind if he wound up dead at the end.
Scarves.
Oh god, I feel sorry for them now. This isn't going to work at all.
Buttons.
Next, tidying the house. No doubt after all the chaos that pesky snowman caused having fun. It feels a bit like the 90s CITV show Finders Keepers, but a lot simpler.
Where does this go? This is the kitchen.
Find each item out of place and dump it into the correct room. It's actually quite nice being able to get an interactive view of the house. You know, I'm starting to feel like my snowman trauma is being healed. I'm enjoying this.
Everything is in its place. Well done. Help the snowman to find James.
Then we have a little motorbike game where you have to open the correct gates to reunite Snowman with James. It's entertaining enough, a bit more bonding, it clears the mind, it's all snowy and festive. As is the next section. The voice tells you which colour snowman to click.
Click on a snowman with a purple hat.
You click it, and they fly up into the air to join the others.
Click on a snowman with a purple hat. Blue. Blue.
I'm colourblind.
See you at the North Pole.
Jesus.
Screw the remaining ones, who cares? Then we get this little dancing section. It's nice that the main parts of the film are portrayed. For this, you simply click on the lower right button and have to remember up to 3 parts of the dance.
Clap. Point. Kick. Excellent.
We're talking a level of simplicity that even, George Bush could master. I feel quite joyful now, quite festive. It's actually all rather nice. Now if I can just avoid that end scene one last time, all will be... Oh, for Anyway, thanks for watching throughout this year, folks. It's been great to have you here, it really has. I hope you all have an excellent festive season, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. In any case, thanks for watching and have a great evening.
Goodbye.